You're mistaken. I have him under control. And not just him. They're all eating out of my hand. I regret that Foltest is away at the summit, but I trust you'll tend to the King's Council.
I assume you've resolved matters with Luvarden as well.
Yes, I made an offer and he accepted. He claims his superiors had similar plans, but we beat them to it. Men can do nothing but talk and then always claim the initiative.
And how is your Witcher?
I should be able to convince him.
Don't overdo it. Geralt can be exceptionally perceptive.
I know. I must get back. I'll contact you when it's all over.
Never let the Witcher guess what you hide from him.
Triss?
Should you be up? I'd rather make sure you've recovered completely.
How?
Don't worry. This won't hurt a bit. Well, you seem to be at full strength. It must be that unusual Witcher's metabolism.
Triss, how did I get here?
Pure coincidence. I was scanning for magic anomalies and happened upon a false trail set by Kalkstein.
You found me in the swamp? What happened there?
I don't know. The alchemist is still there, examining solid stone, but he won't find anything. The greater anomalies are here in Vizima.
Magic anomalies in Vizima?
Yes. I'd appreciate it if you could help me figure them out. But back to your health.
I thought I was at full strength.
You misunderstood me. Physically, nothing's wrong. It's your mind that worries me.
Explain.
You raved for hours. I had no choice but to read your thoughts to learn about your injuries and which poisons you took this time.
I'm sure you read beyond that.
I couldn't help it. Your thoughts were quite loud. In any case, I know about your recent adventures.
Can you help me?
Recover your memory? I doubt anyone can, but there's a small chance...
A small chance of what?
From what I saw, I think you would benefit by creating a stable personality.
Meaning?
Geralt, please, this is important.
Just limit the psychobabble.
You need to take a stand on the world's problems. It doesn't matter what position, just that you choose one. A strong identity may help restore your memory.
Can't you just tell me what you saw?
No, I don't want you turning into my vision of Geralt. I want you to decide for yourself who you are, without looking back.
I shouldn't take an interest in the past?
Exactly. Your memory should return in due course.
We'll see.
Geralt.
You said something about magic anomalies.
Various things can cause them, but more importantly, they can be the cause of true evil. When I last felt this way, you and a sorceress were trying to capture a genie, destroyed half a city in the process. You probably have no recollection, but a lot hung in the balance.
I don't recall.
I could use your help. I have some magic sensors that need to be placed around Vizima. They'll help us locate the anomaly's source.
All right, give me the sensors. I'll take care of it.
Always eager to please.
What are friends for?
I saw a perfect wall cavity in the trade quarter near Town Hall. Place one there, a second in the temple quarter near the entrance to the sewers, and the third in Vizima's cemetery. We'll create a typical Radcliffe triangle. You know, of course, that triangulation is most effective in these cases.
How did you get here?
Long story. When you men went chasing around...
Which proved effective?
By some miracle, I decided to look for Salamandra using unconventional methods.
Any results?
Very good ones. You'll learn it all in due time.
Why not now?
To get this information, I had to agree not to tell you. Patience, Witcher.
Who were you talking to through the mirror?
You heard me? Sorceress business. Nothing important.
Sounded serious.
I had to make a few promises to learn about Salamandra.
You could.
Trust me, it was nothing important.
I'll see you later.
See you. Oh, I nearly forgot.
What?
Luvarden, a merchant, wants to see you. He hosts banquets at the new Naracourt.
I don't like banquets.
Important people will attend.
I don't know.
Including Princess Ada, whose curse you lifted. Apparently, she's slightly obsessed with you.
I'll think about it.
I'll be there.
All right, I'm convinced. Maybe I can gather some information there.
6 this evening. Here's the pass that makes you official in the trade quarter.
A pass?
Well, in addition to a quarantine, the authorities of Vizima have imposed martial law.
How'd I miss that?
It only covers the trade quarter, which you haven't entered.
So how do these passes work?
Only the quarter's residents are allowed to move about. I have a house here, so I was able to get a pass.
So what do I do?
Well, I registered you as residing here. Falsely, of course.
Listen, about my identity.
Progress already?
I'm still analyzing.
Geralt.
What's with the passes?
Well, in addition to a quarantine, the authorities of Vizima have imposed martial law.
How'd I miss that?
It only covers the trade quarter, which you haven't entered.
So how do these passes work?
Only the quarter's residents are allowed to move about. I have a house here, so I was able to get a pass.
So what do I do?
Well, I registered you as residing here. Falsely, of course.
I'll see you later.
You! Stop!
Yes?
Your pass.
You're overdoing it with the passes.
Complain to the king.
He's returned?
No, but all new edicts bear his seal.
Farewell.
You're Geralt of Rivia. I heard about your feats in the outskirts.
What did you hear, knight?
Some bad, some good, but no matter. Beasts have appeared in the quarter. You demonstrated your abilities in the outskirts, so kill those monsters.
Monsters?
One huge son of a bitch, neither crab nor spider. It crept into the street and circled, then devoured a dog. It's one of those monsters the vendors gossip about.
A Kikimor?
Kiki, whatever. Yet it differed. The beast I saw didn't throw itself at people at once. It may even have feared them.
So, not a warrior. Thanks for the information.
Damn, it's hot in this thing.
We have no time to talk.
My legs just start dancing.
Why couldn't I get a job as a royal official? I loathe taking bribes.
I saw soldiers freeing bandits. Why does no one believe me?
Splendid. I wish to move to the temple quarter.
If another soldier bothers me, I'll demonstrate what a crested nobleman can do.
Geralt, I'm glad you're here.
I'm not in the mood for music, Dandelion. We'll talk later.
Geralt, I promised to perform for all these people and I don't have my lute.
Then you have a problem.
Geralt.
What happened to your lute?
Long story. Tell you over a drink?
Well...
Geralt.
What's so special about this lute?
It's the one I got from Teruviel in the Valley of Flowers. Remember?
Who's Teruviel?
The she-elf from the Blue Mountains. You did quite a number on her nose when you two first met.
Where is she now?
I heard she joined the Scoia'tael. I wonder if she's still alive.
In the Valley of Flowers?
I even wrote a ballad about that, Where the Devil Says Goodnight. I'll be singing it today.
I remember that.
Great, so you know why I want that loot back.
How did you get in the trade quarter?
Personal charm and fame open a lot of doors.
I doubt city guards appreciate poetry.
Geralt, you know so little. I approached a wealthy merchant whose daughter studied lute under me. With all the right contacts, he obtained a pass for me, thus demonstrating his appreciation for art. Sadly, we're no longer friends. Forgot how tough you were.
Got up the courage to tell me about the loot?
I guess. My loot's at the home of a rich merchant. The house is on the west side of Salt Square, and I can't possibly leave. The crowd awaits.
Why wouldn't you tell me earlier?
Well, the merchant caught me giving his daughter lessons.
In what?
Relax, Geralt. Music.
All right. I'll fetch your loot.
Wonderful.
Tell me about this merchant.
All right. Truth is, he's got reasons to dislike me.
What did you do this time?
Let's say his daughter and I got to know each other without permission.
Typical.
Luckily, last time I visited, I made her pretty happy, so she hid the loot for me in a trunk on the upper floor.
All right. I'll do my best to find it.
If not for monsters and bandits, this city would be without a doubt.
That seems satisfying.
A witcher? They said your kind was extinct.
Very nearly. I'm Geralt.
I'd rather not reveal my true name, my knightly vows. If you wish, you may call me Patrick de Wazy.
Of the, Flaming Rose?
Indeed, I'm a member. Perhaps you could lend me some assistance.
With what?
My sister. Will you hear her story? One day we found her unconscious in bed. Blood trickled from fang marks on her neck. We had no doubts, a vampire.
Fang marks don't necessarily mean a vampire.
These clearly did, for after a time, my sister disappeared. She must have been transformed and then escaped.
If she is a vampire, I'll have to.
Above all, I would like you to find her. Confirm our suspicions.
Do you know one Siegfried of Danelle?
Indeed.
What news of him?
He is due to be promoted. In fact, he possibly has been already. I don't know, we never speak.
Can you tell me why?
He is transformed. Many of the Order perished in the swamp at the hands of the elves. All save him. They say he hid 2 days within a cow's carcass. Whatever happened, surely old Ache of Danelle, Siegfried's father, wouldn't have fled when faced by elves.
You don't know that, so you shouldn't judge, sir.
It need be said, however, that though he gathered information about the tactics of the Scoia'tael, how does that compare to the stain which the mission left on his honor?
Where is he?
He trains recruits in front of the Order's seat in the Temple Quarter. Yes?
All right. I'll look for your sister.
You should have no trouble recognizing her. None can ignore her azure eyes. She is a slim, beautiful blonde.
I'll do what I can.
If not for monsters and bandits, this city would be without a doubt.
You're new here. You really stand out.
Who wants to get...
I assume you're here for a story like everyone else.
I didn't know you tell stories.
My throat is parched. Fetch me a drink and I'll gladly share my knowledge.
What would you like?
A mug of beer. Exactly what I needed.
I'm listening.
The basilisk's horrifying gaze turns to stone all who venture into its underground lair. Wise treasure seekers take mirrors, yet mirrors are no protection against the lizard's deadly venom. One bite and the victim lies dead.
Great story. Made my flesh crawl. Farewell.
You're most welcome.
Greetings.
Can I help you?
Tell me about the meetings that occur upstairs.
The noble Luvarden of the Merchants Guild rented the first floor of my inn. I'm to supply food and drink and keep my mouth shut.
I'm invited. Tell me more.
If so, you know all you need to know. If you feel you don't honor my discretion...
Maybe some gold will untie your tongue.
I like gold, but you can't possibly pay me as much as Luvarden. Besides, I'd rather not annoy his backers.
Who's backing Luvarden?
Quiet! I've said too much already.
Chickens are wet.
What brings you here? The state of emergency means we're watching types like you.
Look how they grow.
You play dice?
Not so often anymore. Though it's all I have left now that the women are less willing.
Let's play sometime. Start practicing.
You're growing beautifully. Look how they grow.
I don't feel like talking.
You look very worried.
True. My grandmother, she's...
Is she in pain?
No. Many youngsters would envy Granny's health. She's changed, and dread fills my heart.
Perhaps I can help.
Granny will speak to me only to warn me away from the Sala.
I'll visit her and find out what I can. My help will cost 50 orens.
I'm not wealthy, but Shani spoke of your kindness.
Where does your granny live?
The crossroads near where the peddlers stand.
Farewell.
I'm so tired.
Greetings, Witcher.
What are you doing in this tower?
Finally! I've waited so long!
Kalkstein.
The greatest discovery of my life! Know that you fully earned your reward. Yes?
I'm here about the notice.
You have Algul marrow for me?
Yes, 3 fresh doses, like the notice said.
Splendid! Take this gold.
How goes your research?
I've a new theory. A milestone in alchemy. Everything is composed of particles so small they can't be seen.
Uh-huh.
They're constantly moving and acting upon each other. I have yet to confirm it, but I'm working on it.
Maybe you can tell me about this later.
Yes?
Who wants to know?
I have a message from mutual friends. Don't meddle in affairs that do not concern you.
I have a message for these mutual friends.
Go on.
They should talk to me themselves.
Fret not. Your paths will cross. You have befriended non-humans, those outcasts. Think elven arrows and dwarven battle axes can protect you from the wrath of Salamandra?
I don't think anything.
Non-humans will perish in Salamandra's flames. Will you turn to ash with them? Turn from your path.
You say whatever drivel you like.
Get to work, Witcher. Monsters abound.
Finally, someone will appreciate my wares.
What are you peddling?
Previously, I dealt in farm tools, but lately weaponry is more profitable.
Greetings, noble sir. If you seek a present for a lady, you've come to the right place.
What do you have?
Pleasing trifles, lovely souvenirs, luxury items. I supply the upper classes, beautiful ladies and noble gentlemen.
Let's see them.
How can I help?
How's business?
Not so good. King Foltest left the city with the entire court, and thus my clients. Moreover, under martial law, townsfolk would rather buy food and other necessities.
I see.
How can I help?
Tell me about your goods.
I sell clothing from faraway Toussaint, and rings that adorn the gentle hands of aristocrats.
What do you recommend?
Looking for a present for a lady? I don't wish to be indiscreet, so I shan't inquire further. I only suggest that elegant courtesans gladly accept jewels when they would be insulted by gold. Maintaining appearances is part of their erotic game, if you understand me.
I do.
Aristocrats buy gloves, shawls, and kerchiefs for their nobly born ladies. Noble women wish to keep in fashion, and are constantly changing apparel.
Thanks for the advice.
How can I help?
What?
Nothing. What place is this?
Gambling hall. Enjoy yourself. Drink and eat. No whores.
Who's worth talking to?
If you want to play dice, see Costa. Liquor from the waitress.
White-haired one, I admit I find you. Another new face?
Regulars must be recommending the place.
This business grows more dangerous. I don't plan on rotting in prison.
Prison's not bad.
You a criminal? This hall exists for decent folk. I fear military law. Perhaps the penalty for what I'm doing is death.
Bribes won't get you by.
The soldiers grow more greedy and audacious. Something's afoot. I hope to be away before it occurs. How can I help?
Is this your place?
I merely run it. The shareholders wish to remain anonymous.
Who are they? I epitomize discretion.
As do I. Ask such questions and you'll anger a huge organization.
Salamandra?
Get out now!
May I ask who referred you?
I found this place myself.
If you're any good, welcome. If you've a taste for food or drink, ask the bar wench.
Who runs this place?
Those questions attract the wrong attention. Suffice to know this house is owned by the entrepreneurs who disagree with the limitations of the emergency state. They wish to provide entertainment to the hard-working residents of the city.
I get it.
Enjoy yourself.
A game of dice?
Choose another table if you're not serious. Only large wagers at this one.
I don't play too well.
Go practice elsewhere.
Geralt of Rivia.
In the flesh.
You managed to avoid the quarantine and gain official support. Martial law is in effect. Wartime rules apply.
I'll do my best to comply.
You'd better. Traitors taste steel.
What was that about martial law?
King Foltest has declared martial law in Vizima.
Why is that?
The plague's in half the kingdom, and monsters roam the city's streets.
And the quarantine and patrols aren't enough?
Never you mind.
I'm looking for...
I'm a high-ranking officer.
But I just wanted to.
A wink was that? Plow secrecy! All know I sell information. What'll it be? Princess Ada was once a Striga. Though the curse was undone, she still shows a wild streak.
Leave my daughter in peace.
I want nothing from your daughter.
I don't believe you. Get out of my house, you blooming drifter!
Listen, good man.
Out, or I'll kick you out!
I'd prefer a peaceful resolution.
Shove off.
I've heard enough insults.
I'll take you with one hand, bastard! Take that!
Damn you! Pass then. Just don't beat me anymore.
Who are you?
Geralt of Rivia, Witcher. I apologize for the intrusion.
That's alright, I'm terribly bored since Papa caught the troubadour Dandelion here. No one sees me.
That's why I'm here.
Why didn't he come himself? Perhaps it's just as well. You look promising too.
I'm here about the loot.
I figured. Somehow he hasn't been singing love songs under my window since Father caught us. By the way, I hope you didn't hurt Papa.
He'll be fine.
Why should I give up the loot? After all, Dandelion won't come to see me anymore.
He's like that.
If I give it to you, he'll use it to serenade some other victim.
If you give up the loot, it'll prove he's nothing to you. You dumped him.
Yes, he fell at my feet. He proposed, but I refused.
I would stop short of the marriage proposal. No one would believe it.
Am I not good enough for that scoundrel?
It's more his problem.
If you knew how many tears I've shed for that idiot! Take the loot and go. Leave me to suffer.
Can I cheer you up somehow?
Embrace me. I heard once that a witch's touch is, special.
Causes a slight tingling. Let me show you.
I wish not to speak of serious matters. I'm here to relax.
Geralt.
Here's your loot.
Great. I owe you one. I need to prepare.
When's your performance?
After 8 at night. Come if you want.
If I can.
You're most welcome.
Greetings.
Can I help you?
Lovely inn. You must host many an illustrious guest.
True, though not many since this state of emergency.
Any other interesting customers?
You are nosy. Terrible fault. I have a terrible fault too. I'm greedy as hell.
Then I wish you many wealthy customers.
Exhausted.
Master Dandelion is amazing.
Vizima needs an aqueduct. I shall present plans to the council. That dwarven loan shark dared to demand repayment.
Be nice.
That's what we'll do. Rumor says that King Radovid will negotiate with Foltest.
My God, those damned elves are the worst of it. Make me want to puke.
Everybody knows elves are scum.
I run into one, I'll have him impaled.
He's liable to enjoy it.
I cannot believe
What
I spoke to a
nonsense.
princess.
Why did they all come if they dislike Luvarden?
Here we are. Wipe that frown off your face. You'll be fine.
Can't we go back to your place? Make sure I have no internal injuries.
Later, Geralt. Come on. This isn't so bad. Let's mingle.
Mm-hmm.
Vizima needs an aqueduct. I shall present plans to the council.
Geralt of Rivia and Triss Merigold, welcome.
Greetings.
I thank you for coming. Look about the room and you will see the entire kingdom represented.
We thank you for your invitation.
Forgive me, I must return to my duties. I'm certain we'll speak later.
That dwarven loan shark dared to demand repayment.
I have had enough of business and politics.
Vizima needs an aqueduct. I shall present plans to the
Would you be
council.
so kind and fetch me some pâté?
Be nice.
I prefer traditional feasts. Old Vizima's ashes still smoulder, and the royal family consorts with the Nilfgaardian.
Buy low, sell high. Rejoice in the profits and make the books look legal.
Milady, allow me to present the sorceress Triss Merigold, and...
Duet, I know who stands before me. We know each other, do we not, Witcher?
One could say so, Princess.
A princess indeed, though I do not always feel like one. So many duties. You could not imagine, Witcher. Why do you stare? Is my dress displeasing?
Forgive me, milady, but even the finest dress would pale in comparison to you.
Mind your tongue, mutant.
Duet, I will decide if and when I am offended.
Your Highness, he is an aberration.
Silence. It was a nicety. Leave us for now.
Those damned elves are the worst of it. Make me want to puke. Everybody knows elves are scum. I run into
Get
one, I'll
out
have
of
him
my
impaled.
sight,
He's
freak.
liable to enjoy it.
You shall be summoned when I need you.
Rumour says that King Radovid will negotiate with
You
Foltest.
should find yourself a real woman. Everyone knows witches are barren.
Geralt, have you met Taller?
Taller? Here?
Let me introduce my master, the Honourable Erkin von Blunt.
Good day, sir.
Erkin has taken a vow of silence and thus cannot answer. You must be wondering why he is here.
Indeed.
He has made numerous vows in his life, one of which is to protect the royal family. Sadly, for unknown reasons, Princess Ada holds little respect for him. Vows, however, must be honoured, whatever the circumstances.
And how are you involved? Are you bound by his vows by extension?
He authorized me to speak on his behalf, and I serve as his advisor.
Of course. We shan't be bothering you. Come, Geralt. Geralt, allow me to introduce Burgomeister Velerad.
Charmed.
Greetings. It's been a while.
Velerad is King Foltest's right hand.
No need for formal introductions. If you wish to open a factory or a shop, kill a monster, or petition the king, you must come to me.
I'll remember that.
Excuse us, Burgomeister, but we need to say hello to the other guests. You've met everyone who's anyone. I need to speak with Luvarden. You behave yourself. Beware of anyone who tries to pry information from you.
From me? But I'm just a witcher.
Don't be fooled. Anything you say may have political ramifications.
Enjoying yourself?
Exquisitely. Not enough food, nowhere to sit, and nothing but small talk. And I may be the only one here not involved in one of the many schemes or secret alliances being forged.
It's a sign of the times, new customs and fashions. You think it better to show the Nilfgaardian we're barbarians? That we can't distinguish between a fork and a comb? That the only way we know how to feast is to get blind drunk and roar lusty songs while slapping the serving wenches on their arse?
I'm a relic, someone from the past, so I'm rather attached to the old customs. Never understood nor liked the new ones. But really, Taller, why are you here?
I'm a patriot. I've the good of the kingdom at heart. A kingdom threatened by the schemes and alliances you were observant enough to note.
I said I was an old-fashioned witcher. Be straight, like Taller the Fence would be.
Taller the Fence does nothing for free.
Taller the Fence is a scoundrel who'd prefer the Temple District not know he consorts with the cream of Vizima society.
Have it your way. Let me tell you, friend, a serious slashfest is in the works. One without pardon. The defeated will be picked apart by crows. You'll be forced to fight for a new order, comrade, or against it. We will fight for our traditions and customs, for our land and our women.
Who's this enemy? Who wants to steal our women?
I wouldn't deceive you. I think you're one of us. It's a cause we share. I don't know the enemy yet, but I will soon, and when I do, the time of the sword and the axe will come. Blood will flow in the streets. And know this, comrade, there will be no room for your neutrality.
Who exactly are you? And be straight with me, comrade.
Temerian intelligence. I execute the king's direct orders. I find traitors, rats, and foreign agents. I'm a spy.
A highly placed spy.
I can't deny it. May I ask a personal question? The amphibians you're after, are they a personal matter or an ideological one?
Personal.
Care to explain?
They robbed me and killed a friend. That enough?
Got it. Thank you for being candid.
Who exactly is DeWitt, and what is he doing here?
That Nilfgaardian dog is a mere pawn. I cannot fathom why Ada tolerates him.
Explain.
Like most knights of the Order, he worries his dick's too small, so he gets aggressive whenever something scares him. Then, of course, he's a Nilfgaardian. Our princess has some weaknesses, but stupidity is not one of them.
Maybe the princess has a game of her own going.
Then she should choose better allies. Unlike chess, this game claims lives. I'm afraid someone might be using her.
Is Luvarden somehow involved?
I need to get Erkin a private meeting with him. At present, his intentions are a pure riddle.
To me, too.
Really?
What do you mean?
Your friend seems to get along famously with Luvarden. For two strangers, they certainly have much to discuss. See for yourself.
I trust Triss.
I suppose you know her better than I, but don't say I didn't warn you. Regarding Luvarden, we know he heads some transnational organization of merchants, bankers, and other wealthy folk. Make what you will of it.
Why do you want to draw me into a game that doesn't concern me?
This game concerns you more than you imagine. You mean to tell me you're not interested in the conflict between the Order and the Scoia'tael? You mean to tell me you don't care? What about your lover, Triss Merigold?
That's private. I want to destroy Salamandra. That is my only objective.
Salamandra has a patron. Someone in this room, or one known here. You're up to your ears in this, Wolf, whether you like it or not.
Excuse me for a moment. We'll talk later.
Princess Ada is here.
It's not strong enough.
Witcher, you may approach. Duet, fetch me some wine. From that page boy at the end of the room.
Your Highness?
We may speak freely now. Geralt, tell me about witchers, and please, don't hide behind your code.
What are you asking, milady?
What is your view on politics? To me, politics is like an encounter with a lover. Would you agree?
I am impressed by the comparison. Have you ever tried your hand at the fine arts, Your Highness?
I'm forced to study all kinds of nonsense, but books bore me, as does poetry for the most part.
I agree. Books are for bores.
Never mind. Back to our lovers ambulating about the room. You see, Witcher, politics is not unlike a tryst. It begins with foreplay, glances, conversations. Behold that witch with Luvarden. Now look to our noble Erkin and the courtiers. The dance grows bolder, fondling and such. Then one is consumed by the desire to come together roughly, like animals. Finally, one is left with sad, passionless copulation. Velerad and Duet, for instance.
Excuse me, Your Highness. Sore throat.
We are adults, Geralt. We both know the desires of men.
You may be right, Your Highness. Power, sex, power, they both come down to one thing. Fucking others. May I ask you a question?
Go on.
What is the king's stance on this topic? I mean politics, of course.
Ugh, dull? I have grown hungry, and there is naught worth eating at this feast. I tire of partridge tongues and caviar. What do I most desire? I have it. I will answer your ever so dull question if you bring me what I most desire.
I shall return shortly, Your Highness.
Speak freely, Geralt, but no politics.
I want to ask about the princess.
No politics.
About the curse.
Shh. I could use something stronger. Fine. Ask.
Does the princess have strange dreams?
How would I know? I've not spoken to Ada without one of those bastards from the Order prisons.
Any strange behavior?
You're awfully close to treason.
I'm not asking out of want for political influence.
Our sweet princess is completely normal. Well, her head's a little messed up.
Is she aggressive?
On occasion, but not unusual for a spoiled damsel. I don't know, she's...
What?
Well...
Spit it out.
She needs a man to give her a proper lay.
Right.
Must go.
Later.
Do you have something tasty for me? No, this is for the riffraff. Ah, I am so disappointed.
Please grant me another chance, Your Highness.
Very well. Do not disappoint me again.
I need more time, Your Highness.
Be swift. My patience is limited.
I'm listening.
What does the princess like to eat?
Find me a stronger drink and we'll speak.
Will do.
Why are you here?
Huh? I was looking for the privy.
In that box?
Point for you. Truth is, I was hoping for a superior drink.
The wine does taste watered down.
I found some liquor. Try some?
Gladly.
Throat's dry.
Relax, Burgermeister. The party's just beginning.
I'm listening. Ah, much better. The princess had a hard childhood. It left her with a penchant for raw meat. We tried to keep that quiet, but...
I see. Anything else?
Tala's angry. His intelligence agents scour the realm to fetch her treats.
Thanks.
The food will disappear soon.
I prefer traditional feasts.
Geralt.
Any idea what the princess's favorite dish might be?
We have to know shit like that. As special agents, people of the shadows.
Calm down. What's the dish?
Tala does nothing for free. Go to the next room and fetch the letter from the box with the Temerian coat of arms. Be discreet.
But
Then I'll tell you Ada's favorite dish. How'd it go?
Smoothly. Here's the letter.
You'd make a fine agent. I exaggerate. A goat would be just as good.
Start talking. What's Ada's favorite dish?
Catoblepis.
What?
Some time ago, this maniac who looked a lot like you arrived in Vizima claiming that nothing surpasses finely prepared Catoblepas meat.
You're joking.
Not a bit. Since then, my men have been hunting Catoblepas throughout the continent in secret. At market, it costs more than a good whore.
How's the meat prepared?
That's the Burgermeister's business. I smuggle in Catoblepas, but I wouldn't know how to cook it. Give me a minute. I need to get a bite.
Geralt.
This is important, Triss.
What's important?
Ada knows something. I think I can get it out of her.
Really?
That spoiled little vixen, well, she wants some Catoblepas. Rare would be best.
Are you kidding?
No. Triss, could you conjure up something, please?
Sorcery at parties is considered very unseemly.
I'll create a distraction.
I'll do better myself. Catoblepis steak, rare for the princess.
Thank you, Triss.
You know I can conjure up orgasms too.
I think I prefer traditional methods. I'll find you after I've spoken with Ada.
Do you have something tasty for me?
Steak tartare of Catoblepis. Raw meat with a pinch of pepper and an uncooked yolk.
You know how to please a woman.
It is an honor to serve you, Your Highness.
I shall grant you a private audience. Come to my alcove in 5 minutes. We shall dabble in politics. Finally, politics it shall be, but quietly. We should not be heard.
As you command.
I should think so.
Geralt, I spoke with Declan.
And?
The two of you should talk.
What's so worthy of my time?
Don't be so quick to judge. He'll make you an offer, one I think you should accept.
Sure you're not using me as one of your tools?
Only in bed, Witcher. Only in bed.
Not finding this party dull?
Anything more interesting in mind? At home, Geralt. At home.
I'm glad you've come.
What is it?
The old saying goes, any enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Get to the point.
Geralt, I urge you to change your tone. Listen to what Declan has to say.
Let me guess. You have dirty work needs doing and thought a witcher with amnesia perfect for the job.
Exactly. Will you help destroy Salamandra?
I'll help, but it hardly means we're friends.
Wonderful. It's as we've heard. All secret societies need gold. Fistek yields the largest profits for Salamander. Our spies say there's a new Salamander camp in the swamps. The herbs are harvested, then conducted to another base in Vizima's temple quarter.
A swamp and slums again. Great.
We're confident you can destroy both camps. If you discover papers, evidence that might aid us, return to me.
Yes, sir. Permission to commence mission, sir.
Both camps are new, without sure defenses. A simple matter for you. The Salamanders would slaughter groups of humans easily.
Much simpler to sacrifice one Witcher. I'll return once I have new information.
See me tomorrow if you need help. Triss obtained this formula especially for you.
Armed as you are, I'd stay clear of the guards.
Start with a one. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Too experimental. Melodic laxity.
Master Dandelion's concerts are exceptional.
Stand still. You find girls to get slapped.
Recruits. Witcher, reveal yourself as an honest man or a coward.
What do you want, DeWitt?
That scoundrel Taller. He refuses to abide by a royal edict.
What edict?
The royal edict bearing the very seal of our merciful ruler Foltest that strips him of his position. By the authority vested in me, etc., etc., Taller is hereby dismissed from his position as head of the Temerian Intelligence Service.
And Taller objects? You're kidding?
Yes. Show yourself a real patriot. Kill that pleb.
Damn lies. The edict is a fake. This dickless, brainless, sellout zealot burns to see me eliminated.
Silence, lice-ridden scab. You will hang, traitor. Geralt, bring me that pleb. He needn't be in one piece.
I'll hear both sides.
You dare speak to me?
Geralt, don't listen to that piss-swilling cheat.
What's wrong, Taller?
He's involved. The counterfeit royal edicts.
But I thought...
Where do you get the royal seal, you ball-licking bastard?
How dare you accuse me, mongrel?
You believe the seal's fake?
Clearly. If this is a royal edict, where's Foltest's signature? Geralt, this is a provocation.
The king need not sign every edict. The seal is authentic.
You lie, DeWitt. I can prove it and you'll hang.
You can prove nothing. Surrender and live. Stay out of this, Witcher.
Never. You won't take me alive, you bastards.
Keep your hands off him.
You'll regret this. You will all regret it.
Quiet, priest. My sources tell me this edict is fake. Thanks for your help, Geralt.
You best disappear for a while.
Good idea, but I must speak with you.
Later. I need to do something.
Fine. Meet me at the new Naracourt.
Let it rain.